Hudson Valley, one of their JV teams. And the other one tomorrow over at Sports Stadium. If you attended the earlier game or watched earlier, we have one more player. Bryant was able to be at the game this evening. So they should be able to roll 4 defensemen instead of 3 as they did earlier today. Should help a little bit, keeping the shifts a little shorter. Still missing Maddox, Logan, Weaver, Andrew. So I hope they all either feel better or enjoy their proms, respectively. So the WLTV, their team name is the Wranglers. It's easier to say than WLTV over and over. Evan taking the initial face-off. 15 on the clock. Wranglers control. Bryant chips it into their zone. Coming off the near boards. Bryant with the poke check. Wranglers throw it off the far boards. In our zone, a shot off the post. Goes up the far boards. Bam throws it along the boards and kicks to the blue line, but not out. A long try to hit a body in front. Comes a Bam right in front of the crease. He skates it out to the center. Gets it up to the blue line, into their zone. Checked away. Henrik digs for it in the corner. Gets it to Bam. I'm sorry, that's Evan. Evan turning it around in the near corner. Ethan picking it up along the end boards. Tries to get it out front. And the Wranglers come out with it. Henrik hooks for a good 25 feet. So he'll go to the box. 14:05 left in the first period. We'll go on the penalty kill. Connor taking the face-off. Push out to the blue line. Wranglers keep it in the zone. A long shot. Glove save from Charlie. He covers. 14:02 left in the first. 3 seconds into the penalty kill. Connor wins it back to the end boards. Boomer picks it up behind our net. Throws it up. Well, not sure who it was to, but it was taken out of the zone. So they have to reset. Guillaume passes over to Boomer. Up to Jason, who tips it into their zone. Connor picks up the puck behind their net. Lost the handle, and then poke checks it away. Boomer rallying it and throwing off the near boards to Jason. And he has it poke checked away, but he regains the puck in the corner. Sees it behind their net. Wraparound attempt gets pushed to the far corner. And the puck just loose behind the net. Wranglers pick it up and pass out to center. Skating into our zone. Guillaume, the poke check. And the puck's turned around along the boards. Picks it up off the end boards. He chips it out to neutral, and it's tipped into their end. 48 seconds left in the penalty kill. Thrown off the far boards. Bryant picks it up and throws it deep into their zone. Say no icing as it wraps around. The Wranglers pick it up along the near boards. Comes to center. Bryant with a nice poke check pushes it into their zone. He picks it up, skating along the boards. It's turned around. Comes out to Bam and neutral ice. Pushes it up for Evan, who takes a big check. Ben picks it back up, walks it in front. Has a poke checked away. The Wranglers send it up the ice, chase it into our zone. The shot and the pad save from Charlie. Rebound sent towards the front. Tipped wide. It's out of the box, back to 5-on-5, and there's a penalty coming up. Looks like the Wranglers did something bad, so they're going to the box. It's like 2 minutes for roughing. So with 11:56, we'll go on the power play. And on goal right off the faceoff. Wranglers send it around the boards. It comes all the way down the ice. They say no icing. Guillaume coming back behind our net. Chipping along the near board. Skating it through center. into the offensive zone. Centering pass, and the goaltender, kind of bobbled it. It comes to Boomer, the shot and a goal. That's what we need, is more shots on goal, and Boomer puts it in almost from the blue line to give us a 1-goal lead with 11:27 left in the first. Much better start than we had earlier today. Connor taking the face off. Gives it back for Bryant and throws it off the near boards for Henrik. Henrik gets in the offensive zone, pinched off the puck, and it's sent out to neutral. Bam picking it up. Going up back up along the boards. Comes back to Bam in our zone. Pushes it back to the neutral zone. Skating into the offensive end. Pass to Henrik, and he missed the shot. Wranglers turn it around, skate into neutral zone through center. From behind our net. Ball off the boards. Bryant chips it off the near boards, up for Henrik. Pushes it to the near corner. He drops it back for Connor. Tied up along the boards, it comes out for Jason. Not able to keep the offensive zone. Bam throws it back in. Wranglers through it down the ice. Why is that not icing? I don't understand. Bryant picking it up in the near corner. Wranglers the puck in our end. And the shot goes wide. Bam throws it up to the near or far boards. Back comes to Connor, skates through center into the offensive zone. Throws in front, not able to connect with Evan. Going back to Evan, he puts it up to Connor along the far boards. Drop pass taken. Evan keeping it in the offensive zone. Guillaume helping out, keeping it in. Turnaround shot. Goaltender stops it. Wranglers pick it up, throw it down the ice. And we got a 2-on-1 developing into our zone. Boomer with a nice play, blocking the pass. Throwing it up the far boards. Connor picking it up. Skating it behind our net. Bringing it off the boards. Into neutral, skating into the offensive zone. Check at the blue line, takes the puck away. Guillaume keeping in the offensive zone. Gets it to the end boards, centering pass, and it's tipped to the far boards. Boomer dumps it to the far corner. Evan picking it up, centering pass. Not able to really connect. Ethan throws it towards the net, and it's pushed to the far corner. It's thrown down the ice. I say no icing. Picks it up, skates, pass up to Evan, and he dumps it in the offensive zone. Wranglers skating out from behind their net, pass up the far boards. Tips. Henrik with the steal, dumps it back in the offensive zone, chases it into the near corner. Pushes it back up the near boards, tied up. Pushes it to the corner, throws it towards the net, and goal! I'm not sure how that went in, but it did. Henrik kind of dumped it towards the net from the boards, and it trickled in behind the goaltender to make it 2-0 with 8:12 left in the first. Off the face-off, Wranglers control. Into our zone. Push to the near corner. Bryant sweeps it around the end boards. Bam picks it up along the far boards, pushing it out to the blue line. Through neutral and dumping it into the offensive zone, but it hits body. Henrik chips it in to the offensive zone, and the Wranglers throw it back out. Bryant turns it around. Pass intercepted and thrown back into our zone again. Bam. Stops in the face-off circle. His pass intercepted at the blue line. zone. Bryant with a nice play behind the net. With a shot. The Wranglers make it 2-1 with 7:21 left in the first period. Connor taking the face off. Chip it into our zone. We're picking up in the near corner. This pass intercepted, and Wranglers throw it just wide of the net. Comes up the far boards. Going back around the end boards. And we're tying up the player in the corner, pushing the puck up the boards. Connor picking it up, skating it out of our zone, and pushing it into the offensive end. Wranglers regain the puck, skating up the far boards. Centering pass, Charlie pushed it forward. It's helped along out of our zone. Wranglers with the puck in their end. Skating through neutral into our zone. Nice poke check. Puck sent to the far corner. Young with another poke check gets it out of the zone. Wranglers regroup, skating through center into our end. Shot. 6:05 left in the first, and it's tied at 2. Off, Connor chasing it into their zone. Gets it off the end boards. Circling, gets it out to Evan, who the shot goes wide. Comes over for Ethan. And the Wranglers with the steal. They toss it across. Bam picking it up in our zone. Bring around. Skating into neutral. Into their zone. He's got 3 people on him. Ethan drops it back for Bryant. He throws it around the end boards. Bam picking it up. And it trickles out all the way down the ice. I was pretty sure we threw that we sent the puck that way, but they'll call that icing. And I guess we won't argue. Evan on the face-off. Tied up. Puck goes to the far boards. Henrik picks it up, skates out to the slot, sends it just wide of the net. Wranglers send it up the boards. Bryant keeps it in the offensive zone, drops it to the corner. Henrik pulls it off the boards. Backhand centering pass. Evan's shot goes to the far boards, and it comes back to the slot. Evan turns it around. Wranglers throw it off the end boards. Bryant turns it back around to the corner. To go on hop. Wranglers bring it out of their end. Puck comes to Evan. Skates it into the offensive zone. Walks it in front. A shot deflected up the near boards. And Bryant throws it towards the net, but it's blocked. Out in front. Henrik with a backhanded attempt. Regains the puck. His pass to Bam gets by him. And back down to our blue line. Bam turns it around. Yeah, they're offsides. So 4:10 left in the first. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Evan on the face-off. Wranglers dumping into our end. We're picking up behind our net. Chips it along the boards. desperation swat at it. Knocked it in. Make it 3-2 with 3:59 left in the first. Connor on the face-off. Wranglers control. Long pass tipped into our zone. Back up the boards. Connor, shot goes wide. Comes up the near boards. Pushed out to neutral zone. Connor picks it up in the neutral zone, skating into their end. Pushed to the corner. Hooked, but no call. He pushes it to the far corner, trying to pass out in front. The Wranglers bring it off the boards. Into the neutral zone. Into our zone. Shot the goal, and Harley with stick save. He's put into the corner. Boomer passes up for Jason. Lost an edge, and it'll be icing. With 3:10 left in the first. Connor on the face-off. Moves it to the near corner. Brian throws it around the end boards. Turned around to the near far corner. Man throws it around the boards. Kept in our zone. Going in front, tipped on goal, and Charlie with the save. Another save. Man pushes it to the far boards and throws it up the ice. For icing with 2:45 left in the first. On the face-off. Bryant pushes it to the far boards. Puck comes to Connor. He skates it to center, pushes it through into the offensive zone, and that's poke checked away. Bryant bring it back into our zone. Bryant throws it off the far boards, chips it up to Evan and drops it for Connor. He passes back up to Evan, skating in the offensive end. A shot hit a skate. And Wranglers turn it around, skating through neutral into our zone. Turning pass and a shot and save by Charlie. A quick whistle with 2:02 left in the first. Evan on the face-off. Puck gets up with Bryant behind the net. Bryant skating it up to near boards, throws it out to neutral. Guillaume chasing it into their zone. It's thrown into their bench. 1:44 left in the first period. They didn't stop the puck. Now this thing. Evan on the face-off, kicks it for Guillaume. He throws it towards the net and it goes wide. Wranglers try to get it out. Henrik keeps it in the zone, gets it up for Guillaume. Comes back to Henrik. Out to neutral. Wranglers coming to our end. Nice poke check by Boomer. Puck comes out to neutral. Guillaume picking it up, skating in the offensive zone. Throws it in front for Evan, doesn't connect. Boomer keeps it in the zone, throws it to the far corner. Evan, his pass intercepted and thrown back to the corner. Wranglers skated out from behind their own net. Henrik with the poke check, swats it to himself. Wranglers finally pushing it out to the blue line. Comes back to Boomer. Good, so 44 seconds left in the first period. Dumping in the our zone. Henrik picking it up along the near boards. Skating to neutral in the offensive zone. Got a shot and a save. Bouncing over the net. Wranglers bring it up the zone. Bam with a shot, and he gets taken down. There's our arm in the air. With 10 seconds left in the first period. It looks like number 8's going to the box for tripping. Evan taking the face off against nobody. There we go. Tied up. Connor with a shot that goes wide. Up the far boards. Dan keeps it in the offensive zone. Chips it to the corner as time expires. So we will go to the second period down by 1, but we've got a minute 51 of power play left. He's back. So 15 on the clock, 6 ends. 150 left in our power play. The man throws it off the near boards. Turns around at their blue line. Potter picks it up, skates in the offensive zone. A long shot. Goal! Just inside the near post to make it 3-3. 15 seconds into the second period. Face off, Bam. Throws it into the offensive zone. Wranglers stop it. Connor keeping it in the offensive zone, pushes it to the inboards. Pass out to Bryant with a shot tipped, bouncing in front. Push to the near boards, going into the corner. Nice poke check behind the net by Ethan. Wranglers bring it back out to neutral and dump it into our zone. Walk in, a shot that goes behind the net, up the far boards, all the way down the ice, being no icing. Far boards. Evan throws it behind their net. Left side is Connor. Wranglers send it back out to neutral. Nice job, Bryant, playing the puck from on the ice. Gets it out to neutral. Evan chipping it off the near boards. Bryant chasing it into their zone. Right up along the end boards. Thrown out for Bam. Shot hit a skate. And pushed back out to neutral zone. Bryant turns it around. Chips it up for Evan. Evan turns it around to neutral zone, skating into the offensive end. It hit a skate. He throws it in front. Bryant with a shot that's tipped wide. Comes back out to the slot. It's dangerous. And it's sent out of the zone all the way down the ice. Bryant throws it around the end boards. Evan chases it up the near boards. Throws it farther into their zone. Rangers turning it around. Henrik with the interception, but not able to control it. The Wranglers pick it back up, skating into our zone. Shot and a pad save from Charlie. Pushed behind our net. Bam, skating it up the far boards. Chipping it into offensive zone, chasing it in. And a shot off the post. Henrik keeping in the offensive zone, throws it up the near boards. And the Wranglers throw it down the ice. They say no icing, I guess because they hit a board. Boomer picking it up, throws it off the far boards. Connor tips it up for Guillaume. Guillaume's getting in the offensive zone. And it's chipped all the way back down to Boomer in our zone. Pass up to Henrik, tipped out to neutral zone. Wranglers recreating the puck. Pass up and chipped into our end. Boomer picks it up, skating behind our net. Throws it up for Henrik. He chips it up for Evan. Lost the handle, and the Wranglers bring it back into our zone. Nice poke check from Boomer. A shot goes wide. Comes up the near boards. Centering pass goes all the way out to neutral. Guillaume chasing it down the ice. Wranglers throw it off the far boards. Nice poke check by Connor. Guillaume tipping it to the corner. Evan digging for it. Connor pushing it along the far boards, keeping in their zone. Bring it back to the far corner. Evan turning around along the end boards. Trying to get it out front. Comes up the near boards. Connor coming in to help. Comes up for Henrik with a slap shot. Hit a skate and comes back out to neutral. Wranglers skating into our zone. Nice poke check by Bryant. Pushing it to the far boards. Centering pass broken up in front. In the near corner. Connor picks it up, throws it to the far boards. Wranglers swiping at it and not able to control. Evans getting in the offensive zone. Shot on goal and a save by the goaltender. Bam, he throws it up towards the goal. Wranglers intercept and send it into our zone. Bryant picks it up, throws it back out to neutral. The Wranglers dump it in to the end boards. Bryant picks it up behind our net. Pass up to Jason, tipped out to neutral. Wranglers turn it around. Play broken up at the blue line. Puck goes loose to the near corner. Bryant picking it up, sending it over to Ethan. He pushes up the far boards. Pass up to Bam. He gets it to center. Escape. Wranglers turn it around. It's back and forth and dumped all the way down the ice. It's tipped, so no icing. Bryant pushes it up the far boards. Ethan chips it out to neutral. Pushing it into offensive zone, chasing the puck into their zone. Goaltender covers. We get a whistle of 8:57 left in the second period. Still tied 3-3. Bam taking the face off. Wranglers chip it out to neutral. Boomer checks the player off the puck. Hendrick pushing it into offensive zone. Sent back out. Hendrick turns it around. Poke checked at the blue line. Evan regrouping in the neutral zone. Boomer passes back up for Evan. He passes across for Hendrick. Pushes it through neutral into the offensive end. And then a shot goes wide. Comes up the near boards. Wranglers throw it back out to center, and Boomer turns it around. The pass goes back into our end. Evan chases it. Wranglers bring it out of the near corner. Young gets checked in the face-off circle. Shot blocked. Bouncing out to center. Ethan chasing it down. Checked away. Regains the puck along the far boards. Gets knocked off the puck. The Wranglers throw it out to neutral and down the ice. And now they say no icing. Boomer picking it up along the end boards, skating up the far boards. Oh, and he caught an edge. And the Wranglers bring it back into our zone. Hendrick trying to defend. Nice save by Charlie. Another shot over the net. Hendrick kicks it to the near boards, pushes it along out to neutral. Tied up with the Wrangler player. Evan skating in the offensive zone. And he has a poke check back out to neutral. Hendrick passes over for Boomer, and he throws it off the far boards into the offensive zone. But it'll be icing, so we'll come back down to our zone for a face-off with 7:08 left in the second period. Still tied at 3. Face-off, the Wranglers control. Centering pass intercepted by Bam. He tries to throw it out. The Wranglers keep it in. Thrown into the far corner. Bryant with the steal along the end boards. Chips it up to Jason. Jason skating it up the near boards. Turned around in the neutral zone. Wranglers get it up to our blue line and then skate it in. And the shot goes wide. Bam picks it up, turns around in the corner, has a poke check. He regains the puck, skates out to neutral. Sorry about spilling wet there. Bam gets in the offensive zone, gets pushed into the corner. Jason with the steal, the Wranglers regain it. There's a loose puck along the boards at this point. Comes out to neutral. Bam turns it around, dumps it back into the offensive zone. Jason chases it in. Tied up in the skates. Connor chips it off the boards. Nice shot. Connor with the steal and a shot. And a save by the goaltender. Connor did a great job staying with the puck. Not giving up on the play and getting it out in front, and maybe we'll get a shot on goal. On the face-off. Comes back to Connor on the far boards and sends it to front. Guillaume with a shot and hit the skate. Bam with the one-timer that is tipped up into the netting. So out of face-off in their zone again with 5:47 left in the second. Off the face-off. Wranglers send it down the ice, but tipped, so no icing. Bryant fighting for the puck along the end boards. Ends up along the far boards, and Wranglers bring it off. Bam with a steal in the slot. Skates to the center, has a poke check. Connor picks it up and dumps it in the offensive zone. There's a pass from the Wranglers, and it's thrown out to the blue line. Bam keeps it in, throws it back to the near corner. Young picks it up behind the net, throws out front for Jason, a shot and a goal. That was a great pass from Young. And able to put it top shelf over the goaltender's right shoulder. Give your North Alliance a 1-goal lead, 4-3. 5:06 left in the second period. Evan on the face-off, fighting for it. Wranglers come out with it. Nice poke check from Henrik. Wranglers push it back to the far corner. Porter steals the puck along the end boards. Pass up for Connor. Connor throws it up for Bryant. For Ethan. Ethan tipped it into the offensive zone. Comes Evan. Not able to get a shot off. Tied up along the end boards. Push to the far corner. Wranglers bring it up. Hendrick keeping the offensive zone. Long shot goes just wide. Connor picks it up, brings it back out in front. Bryant picks it up, and a shot, and a save with the goaltender. How is that not in? And now it is. Connor picking up what was probably like the third rebound and putting it in to extend the lead to 2. 4:08 left in the second. Turn around. Evan picks it back up, skates it into the offensive zone, throws it around the end boards. Comes up from Sam. Sam with a shot goes over the net. Comes out to neutral. Bam with the poke check at the blue line, sends the puck to the far corner. Thrown in, trying to throw it in front, goes behind the net, comes up the near boards. Jason digging for it, comes out to the slot, and a shot blocked by Bam. Comes back out for Evan, skating through neutral into the offensive zone. He gets pushed off the puck. Okay, gets sent back out. All the way down the ice for icing. Bam, obviously feeling the effects of blocking that shot. He's all right. Evan taking the face off, comes out for Henrik. He picks it up. The shot blocked in front. Didn't go a lot on it. The Wranglers send it deep into our zone. No icing. All right, throws it around the end boards. Henrik chips it along near boards, pushes it, and it gets chipped out. Sent behind our net. Bryant sweeps it along. Wranglers turn it back around. Wraparound attempt and a save by Charlie. Another shot and another save. And at least a couple more saves from Charlie. He finally is able to cover. Get the whistle with 2:37 left in the second. On the face-off, pushes it to the near corner. Jason pushes it behind our net, centering pass, tipped, and Evan picking it up. Sidesteps a big check over the boards. Wranglers bring it out to the blue line. Henrik pushes it out to neutral. Comes to Evan. He skates through the center into the offensive zone. But a shot goes just wide. Bring it out to neutral. Dump it into our zone. Jason tying up the player. Goes to the near corner, comes out to the blue line. Henrik blocks the shot. Comes back out to the slot and then over to the net. Comes up the near boards. Evan chips it out to neutral. Guillaume chasing the puck to their blue line into their zone. And he gets hooked. Point to center. It's a penalty shot. All right, here we go, Guillaume. Center, nonchalantly skating into their zone, working left. Just above it. Had a window. Left in the second period. Up by 2. Connor taking the face-off. Wranglers push it up to neutral. Skate into our zone, jumping into the corner. Homer stops it. Connor picks it up, skates it behind our net. Gets it out to neutral zone. It's a loose puck. Floating to neutral. And pushed into their zone. It's chipped back out. Boomer picks it up in our zone. Throws it out to all the way down the ice, just wide of the net with the icing. 51 seconds left in the second period. One 2 minute. Around the face-off to Bryant. Bryant throws it around the boards. Wranglers throw it back to the end boards. Centering pass through the crease. Van and Connor combine to get the puck out to neutral. Jumping into the offensive zone. Evan picking it up. Centering pass intercepted. Wranglers skating out to neutral into our zone. Thrown on goal. Charlie sweeps it to the near corner. Henrik with a poke check steals the puck. Throws it around the end boards. Bryant with a poke check. It's another shot on goal and a stick save by Charlie. Bryant ties up in the corner. Thrown in front. Henrik picks it. Henrik throws it out to neutral. That's banned, not Henrik. And time will expire on the second period, so we'll go to the third, up by 2, 5-3. switch ends once again. Connor taking the face off. The far boards, Henry. Chips it back to the Connor. Connor passes over to Van. Van skating through center. Dumps it in the offensive zone. Off the far boards. Boomer throws it on goal and it goes wide. Goes up the near board. Young fighting forward along the boards. Comes back to Van with the blue line. As a poke check, regains the puck, throws it on goal. Tipped wide. And the Wranglers throw it down the ice. For icing with 14:20 left in the third. Run the face up, the Wranglers throw it around the inboards. And for up there's Bryant keeping it in the offensive zone. Comes back to Bryant with blue line, regrouping in neutral. Bam turns it around. Skates to the blue line, gets it in the offensive end, regains the puck. And a shot off the side of the net. Pretty good, Eric. Get the puck. It's tipped off the far boards all the way down the ice. And it's saying icing. Thought he flipped it out, but we'll take it. Another face-off in their zone. 13:44 left in the third period. And on the face-off again. Loose in their zone and set off the end for far boards. Boomer picking it up. Pushes up for Evan, or Ethan. Ethan sidesteps a check. Regains the puck, passes over to the Wranglers. They dump it back down to the boards. Evan's kicking it forward, comes out to neutral. Wranglers forcing it into our zone. Shot off the post. Centering pass and escape. Evan gets taken down from behind. Back down into our zone. Boomer skating behind our net. Boomer throws it up for Ethan. Goes around the inboards. Tied up along the boards. Wranglers keeping it in our zone. Face-off circle. Evan throws it up to the blue line, but not out. Check by Evan. Bryant able to push it out for Ethan in the neutral zone. And he pushes into the offensive end. Set off the near boards. Evan regaining the puck. Oh, his pass just missed. Van picks it up in neutral. Skates it back into the offensive end. Poke check at the blue line. Goes back and forth right across the line. Wranglers finally forward. Bryant able to send it back out to neutral. Evan harassing Wrangler player in their zone. Ooh, drop pass on goal. Sent out to neutral. Bryant picking it up, throwing it down the ice. And it'll be icing. 11:23 left in the third period. Still up by 2. Face up. Runs into the far corner. Tied up in the corner. Wrangler brings it off the board, throws it in front. A shot. A save by Charlie. Wrangler's not able to get another shot off. Connor able to get out to neutral and pass across for Ethan. Check the centering pass, not connected. Henrik picks it up, throws it on goal. And it's blocked. Connor throws it around the end boards. Evan drags it in the corner. Wranglers throw it up the far boards. Bam able to keep it in momentarily. And they send it down the ice. Charlie having to come out to play it. Henrik picks it up. Skates it out to neutral. Into the offensive zone. Next shot goes wide. And tips up into the netting. 10:28 left in the third. We'll have a face-off. Why is it in neutral? A little bit of confusion. I think we're all right now. Wranglers control off the face-off. Bring it into our zone. Henrik with a nice poke check. Connor picks up the loose puck, skates it to neutral, throws it on goal. And a pad save by the goaltender. It's thrown up the near boards. Skate to neutral into our zone. Bryant fighting for it along the boards. It's sent behind our net. Connor chips it along the boards. Throw it back down into the corner. Comes up. Shot and a blocker save by Charlie. Bouncing to the near corner. Wranglers bring it off the boards. Leave it down the slot. Bryant kicks it to the far boards. Centering pass blocked. Connor throws it around the ice. Around the boards. They say no icing. Rolling. Pick it up, skate behind their own net. Henrik with the stiff. Bryant with the shot goes wide. Guillaume brings it off the boards, throws it in front, blocked. The Wranglers throw it down the ice. We're icing with 9 minutes left in the third period. Evan on the face-off. Wranglers control, dump it down the ice. They say no icing. The Wranglers racing down to pick up the puck in the corner. Centering pass blocked, and Bryant throws it down the ice. And it's on goal, so no icing. Comes out for Evan along the far boards. He throws it on goal and a save. Guillaume with a shot off the rebound and puts it in. To make it 6-3. With 8:35 left in the third. Kevin on the face-off again. Comes out to Van. And passes it up for Ethan. Ethan jumps in the offensive zone. Throw it around the boards. Comes out for Bryant. Bryant throws it back to the corner. Throw it around the boards. Henrik chips it off the boards, and the Wranglers throw it out to neutral. And picks it up in our zone. Turns. Pushes it back out to the neutral zone. Wranglers throw it back. Henrik chipping it along the boards, but kept in our zone. Wrangler with a shot, Charlie with the save, and he hangs on. 7:49 left in the third period. face-off. Bam pushes it out to neutral. Skating into the offensive zone. And a shot goes just wide. Bouncing up the far boards. Ethan digging for it. Henrik keeping in the offensive zone, chips it to the far corner. Wranglers send it around the boards. Bam picks it up in the neutral zone. Not able to control it. Wranglers in the neutral zone with the puck. And checks it away. Wranglers getting it behind our net. Pass out to Levi, misses. Evan chasing him into the neutral zone. Bam with the poke check, steals it, takes it into their zone. Centering pass. Oh, Ethan not able to connect. Pushed up the far boards. Henrik sent to the slot and sent out to neutral. Wranglers skate in. Shot wide. Comes off the end boards. Thrown back behind our net. Centering pass doesn't connect. Ethan not able to get it out zone. Headed to the poke check. And it's sent to the corner. Wranglers push it behind our net into the near corner. Evan throws it up the near boards. Takes a shot. Wranglers past the goal. Henrik ties him up in the corner. Evan throws the puck around the board. Centering pass comes across. Shot and a save by Charlie. Up. Backhand shot, another save by Charlie. Chipped around behind our net. Thrown in front. And yep, Boomer will be called for tripping with 5:44 left in the third. About a 2-minute penalty kill. Up by 3 in the third period. Connor on the face-off. Sends it forward. Guillaume able to chip it out to neutral zone. Wranglers regroup. Throw it back to their blue line. And the pass hit escape 2. Comes to Henrik. He pushes out to neutral. Has it turned around at center. Connor throws it all the way across. Throw it back out to neutral and bring it into our zone. Chipping in front. Guillaume sends it back to the blue line, but not out. Long shot. Tipped wide. Centering pass goes across to the far boards. Shot blocked in front. Bryant picks that up. Throws it to the blue line, but not out. Another long shot. Charlie with the glove save. He hangs on. 4:45 left in the third. 1:02 left in the penalty kill. On the face-off. Wranglers with a shot on the pad save by Charlie. Bryant throws around the end boards. Kept in our zone. Loose puck. With another shot on a pad save. Bam picks it up, throws it high out to neutral. Wranglers regroup. Nice interception by Connor. Pushed back into our zone. Bryant throws it back out to neutral. Wranglers bring it into our zone. Bam with a nice poke check. Bam shot and a stick save by Charlie. Wranglers working the puck along the boards. Bryant with the steal. Goes along the boards but kept in. Bam throws it down the ice, tipped, no icing. 3 seconds left in the penalty kill. Boomer will come back out, back to 5-on-5. And looks like the Wranglers had too many men. So we will go on a power play with 3:40 left in the third period. Face-off kept in, and Ethan with a shot that goes wide. We'll just throw it off the glass. It goes down the ice. Charlie out to play it. Bam picks it up. Skates behind our net. Back to neutral into the center. Hook check, and the Wranglers turn it around and skate into our zone. A shot, a save by Charlie. Henrik tied up in the corner. Evan picking up the puck, skating behind our net. Into neutral. In the offensive zone. And a shot and a save by the goaltender. Henrik gets it in the corner, comes off the boards. And the Wranglers come into our zone. Poke check. Charlie reaches out, swipes it to Bam. Bam's pass through neutral, goes into their zone, no icing. Wranglers pick it up behind their net. Comes to Bam on the boards, he brings it out, and a shot and a goal! Goaltender was moving and it trickled in 5-hole. 2:21 left in the third period to make it 7-3. Evan on the face-off. Wranglers pushing forward, dump into our zone. Shooting in the corner. Down in front. Shot, a save by Charlie. He covers with 2:01 left in the third period. On the face-up, runs it over to Bryant. Wranglers comes in our zone. Pass across, comes in the boards, shot, counter block. Bryant throws it around the boards. Wranglers keep it in our zone. Bryant with interception. Wranglers sends it behind our net. Boomer throws it up the near boards. Sent back down behind our net. Boomer picks it up. Boards. Comes out all the way down the ice. Will be icing with 1:22 left in the third period. Connor on the face-off. Push forward, Bam gets it out to the blue line, out to neutral. Wranglers turn around and comes into our zone. Bryant picks it up. Long pass out to Henrik in the neutral zone. But it misses and goes all the way down. For icing with 1:08 left in the third period. Face-off. Wranglers with a shot and a blocker saved by Charlie. Bryant fans on the clear. Chips into the far corner. Pushes it forward. Connor sends it out to neutral. Leon pushes it through neutral and takes an elbow. Connor regains the puck in their zone, walks in front. Shot and tipped up into the netting. 43 seconds left in the third period. The face-off in the neutral zone. Connor taking the face-off. Bryant, he dumps it deep into the offensive zone. Comes off the end boards. Mitchell Connor with a nice poke check at the blue line. Pushed in, Bryant picks it up. 25 seconds left, he throws it off the far boards. Fenrick chases it into their zone. No icing. Going out to the blue line. Connor dumps it back behind their net. Board. Wranglers come through neutral with 8 seconds left. Nice poke check by Bam. Thrown behind our net. Nice save by Charlie as the buzzer sounded. The North Lions get the win 7-3. A nice comeback win after the game earlier today. So we will have a handshake line, and we will turn around and do this again tomorrow at 12:30, I believe, at the, I think it's at the sports stadium. Check Crossbar for information. Until then, thanks everybody.